The untouchable True School Sports Empire. Y'all know the rest, man. Now listen, I'm sitting here with Sean to tell. I've been ringside for many fights. I gotta tell you guys this, and I'll tell you guys this much. That's about as special as I've ever seen. Dave Benavidez winds up stopping Gilberto Ramirez in 6 rounds. It wasn't close. Truly like pound for pound stuff. You know, Dave Benavidez, he becomes the first fighter in the history of boxing to win a world title between 168 and 175 with cruiserweight. I mean, I've been ringside for Canelo fights, Crawford fights, Romo Gonzalez fights, Inoue fights. I mean, name them. I've been in ringside for a lot of these fights, and I put this performance up there with some of the greatest performances I've ever seen. You know, we knew Gilberto Ramirez had a drastic disadvantage in the hand speed department, but we also knew Benavidez had a disadvantage in terms of the weight. So there was a question of, you know, if Gilberto, hold on, there's Benavidez, look. If Gilberto pushed this fight to the back half, you know, would that weight play a factor? And I guess we'll never know, because Benavidez, he paced himself really well defensively. He let Gilberto work, and then he would shift and get off flurries in spots of the rounds. It started off in the first round, the first 2 rounds. He would do it like the last moments of the round, and then as he really grew in and settled into his rhythm and caught on to Gilberto's rhythm, he would start doing it earlier in the rounds, and it became too much. Gilberto was outgunned, and Gilberto Ramirez, he's been a good fighter for a very long time. He's been a guy that, you know, at this point, he's only ever lost to Dimitri Bivol, you know. So he's not no chopped liver. He's not. You know, earlier on today we had the Inoue Nakatani fight, and you guys know that True School Sports is the home of Japanese boxing in America, but this was a great fight. To everybody out there that called that a great fight, that wasn't no great fight. This was special. This was being in the presence of greatness, and that's no shade to the Japanese monster, but the Mexican monster, he wins the battle of the masters. And there you go. Here's the crowd. Here's the crowd, guys. So he's now the unified WBO and WBA cruiserweight champion of the world. At this point, the only fight to be made is really Bivol or maybe Beterbiev. I would prefer Bivol. I think he's a bit fresher. Beterbiev's been injured a lot. I think that fight is past its best date. Bivol and Beterbiev have a history from sparring, and honestly,
they could all get it.
Go ahead.
They could all get it. I told y'all a long fucking time ago. The unfadable, untouchable True School Sports talking about the unfadable, untouchable David Benavidez.
There you go. That's the daughter of boxing media. Sean to tell, letting y'all know.
I just said thank you all my people that came out to support. Man, I love every single one of you, man. You guys give me the strength and power that I need to come in here and get the fights, these type of fights. So you guys are my engine to my motivation. So thank you so much.
I still want to give respect to Gilberto Ramirez. He's been a good fighter for a long time. He's mentioned retirement earlier this week. That's the last we see of Gilberto. You know, congrats on a fantastic career. He made history. He just ran into somebody bigger, badder, stronger than him at this moment in time. But here he is right now. Here's Gilberto Ramirez himself.
Punch selection and IQ. That's exactly what I did. He's on his way now to the hospital here.
Gilberto, true warrior!
I just wanted to give him thanks for the opportunity. I love Gilberto Ramirez. You know, we came up together.
They obviously had history sparring, so once Benavidez got his rhythm, there really wasn't much of a feel-out process.
I'm kind of sad it had to happen like this. You know, I love Gilberto Ramirez, but you know, it is what it is in here. There's only one monster.
That's it. It is what it is. Ain't no friends. Ain't no boxing brothers. Ain't no that's my buddy. We was in the group home together. No. You step in them ropes. It's serious business. It's grown man business.
You know, my combination, my punch selection is unlike anything else. You know.
I agree.
So
you know.
Whoever is, man.
People make a big deal about Benavidez's hand speed, but I think actually it's the dexterity of his punches, his ability to find angles that don't seem like they're there from a squared stance.
So good, man. I just want to give the fans what they want to see. I seen Canelo in the building.
Yeah! Canelo at?
Let me just ask the fans this. Do you guys want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? That means that we can't leave that fight on the table. You know what I mean? Whatever, I have respect for Canelo. He's a great champion. But I'm a great champion too. Let's do it.
There you go. He hurt.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You've been through this many times.
So,
I'm still champion.
Benavidez still wants the Canelo fight. He's saying.
I'm champion at 200 and 175. So, they want either want to come get at 175. Let's get at 175.
Superstar performance at the highest order.
Bebo is a great competitor, great champion, but I'm a great champion too. I just want to test myself every single fight.
Finally, go ahead in Spanish. Mexican monster.
Monstro! What time is it? Monstro! Hey, saluda a toda mi gente, toda mi raza, y también arriba la finiquera, la verga.
Hey, I don't care what Chavez says. That's a Mexican. You know, with all respect to the great Julio Chavez, he fights like a Mexican. He looks like a Mexican. He acts like a Mexican. He's a Mexican.
If it walks like a duck.
If it
walks like a duck. If it quacks like a duck. It's a fucking duck.
Yes, yes. So all in all, guys, look, the press conference is going to start soon. Make sure you stay tuned to True School Sports for all boxing post-fight content. And we'll have more for you guys from the T-Mobile Arena here very, very shortly. So shout out to both Dave Benavidez and Gilberto Ramirez for stepping into the ring like true warriors. And we'll see you soon.